In the middle of a quiet town, tucked away down a cobbled street, there's a tiny shop filled with ticking clocks. And every night when the last bell chimes, the clocks open to reveal a magical zoo where every animal is made of gears and springs and starlight. There's Zippy, the zebra, whose golden gears turn with every step he takes. There's Hoot, the little owl, who has ticking eyes that can see into the past. And there's Lumo the lizard, who glows like a lantern whenever he laughs. But one night, the clocks all stop ticking at once. Without their rhythm, the zoo begins to freeze. The monkeys are stuck in mid-leap. The lions freeze mid. The elephants with their tusks raised a trumpet. Even the butterflies have their wings frozen mid. Zippy, Hoot, and Lumo have to get to the bottom of this mystery before time runs out. Their journey takes them through different clock worlds hidden inside the shop. First, they travel to a sand clock desert, where time flows like dunes, each grain a second slipping through their fingers. Then they visit a cuckoo forest where every bird is a different clock, each singing out the time. Their song echoes through the trees, helping Zippy, Hoot, and Lumo to find the lost chime that makes the cuckoo clocks chime. Finally, they reach a pendulum bridge that swings across a starry abyss. To cross, they have to fix the clock in the center, but its hands are frozen. So they have to make them move with their bodies, dancing until the clock chimes and the bridge begins to move. At the end of the bridge, they come to the final clock, which has no hands or numbers, only a keyhole. Lumo puts his glowing tail through it, turning the key and opening the clock to reveal a tiny room with a single cog in the center. It's the same size and shape as the hole in the pendulum clock, and they realize it's the missing piece that will set everything back in motion. But before they can put it in, a mischievous spirit appears. He introduces himself as Scamp, the clockwork gremlin, and says that he stole the cog long ago, when he was just a baby gremlin. He lived in the zoo, but then the other animals started ticking, talking, mooing, and roaring, and he couldn't take the noise. So he ran away, taking the cog with him and hiding it at the bottom of this clock. He thought that if he hid away in the quietest place he could find, he could finally catch a break from the noise. But all these years later, the silence has driven him crazy. Now that he has the chance to smash the clocks and stop the noise forever, he doesn't want to give the cog back. The friends try to reason with him, telling him that the noise isn't just the clocks and the animals. It's also the sound of their laughter and their joy. They ask him to imagine what it would be like if the whole town stopped making music and art and stories because some gears were broken. Scamp thinks about this, realizing that even though the other gremlins live in the shadows and feed on sadness, he likes the sound of happy talks and the feel of the sun on his face. Slowly, he begins to smile for the first time in years. Instead of punishing him, Zippy, Hoot, and Lumo invite Scamp to join the zoo, showing him that even though he might look different and feel strange sometimes, he can belong there too. Scamp is so moved by their kindness that he gives them back the cog and apologizes for stealing it. Together, they place the cog in the pendulum clock, and as it turns, the rhythmic ticking returns. The clock hands begin to move, and then the other clocks chime in, one by one, until the whole shop is filled with the sound of beating hearts. The zoo bursts back to life, brighter than ever. And every night, when the town is sleeping, the animals dance and play and keep time alive with their beating hearts of starlight.